I took so long. Welcome back. I think I might start over. Oh, my hat matches my legs. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for you guys. Adjusting my hat, my antenna. I might just delete that first one. I know Warnock and Walker are debating right now, and I planned to do this before I knew what time they were going on. I'm back. Yes, I'll be back. I fixed everything. I'm just gonna wait for everybody to find me. So yeah, I don't know if you want to like split screen and keep us like alerted to what's going on with Warnock and Herschel Walker. I'm sure that debate is going to be something to write home about. It's incredible. Does anybody have it on? I know David Pakman has it on. David Pakman has a YouTube channel. Pakman. I know he's got it on, and it's probably on some other. Midas Touch might have it on too. Let me see. I might be able to find that out for you. Let's see. Let's see who is showing Warnock live. David Pakman, Pakman, if you want to. Walker, so. Yeah, maybe somebody keep us kind of posted on what's going on. Well, Walker said it himself. Walker said, I'm not that smart. Why would you run for office if you weren't that smart? Okay, Glenn Kirshner said that 45's letter, who was he writing the letter to? It was self-incriminating. He's always self-incriminating. I'm back. I wasn't going to leave you. The only... Well, it's a festive holiday. That's why this is a last-minute thing. The only time that I won't come back is if I'm doing channeling and my Wi-Fi goes down. So, as bad as Walker is, people will still vote for him. Well, less people will vote for him. The letter to the committee, he wrote a letter to the, so Trump wrote a letter to the committee? See, I haven't seen that news yet. To Chairman Thompson, did he? Was that today? So I was asking whether anybody had heard how Trump responded to the news that he was being subpoenaed by the January 6th committee. And apparently he wrote a 14-page letter to answer the subpoena. Oh my goodness. Did you get to see it? Yeah, link to the letter, please. Send it to me in an email at dion7@gmail.com. But, you know, the news is always all over the place, so I'm sure we can find it. I'm going to just for kicks. I read your rune card, and now I'm going to switch to a different deck. The moon is in Gemini, so I'm a little all over the place. If you haven't been able to tell, Gemini's kind of, you know, air signs tend to be all over the place. We all have our qualities, right? What was the letter? What was the letter in black Sharpie? I'm confused. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm going to choose 3 more cards about the Donald. I keep losing my glasses. Oh, that was probably Warren sent the letter to my inbox. Subtitle is not automatic. Trump's signature was in black Sharpie. The man is not well. You know, I think that people need to get the memo. The man is not well. And I can actually see your comments with these glasses on. Yeah, like the hurricane. Okay, so can you see these cards? Yeah, you can see them, right? These are pretty. This is the 10 of Swords. This is where Trump is right now. He's not well. He's physically not well. When somebody's mentally not well, it's often that they're physically not well. These are the Llewellyn tarot cards. The Queen of Cups, Letitia James is the biggest thorn in his side ever. And plus, Fani Willis. And the other night on Monday, I said that I felt a connection between Fani Willis and the January 6th committee. And what did I hear? There was somebody was, I heard, is working with the January 6th committee from the last administration. I just remember saying that. I remember saying that there was a connection. And the Knight of Swords, yeah, that feels like the January 6th committee. And the DOJ, yeah, he's the Ten of Swords, he's done. He's done. And I know we keep hearing that, but when you think about how many crimes, how many cases, how many investigations are going on for his illicit activity, when you think of how many there are, there's no way. I mean, we'd have to be a country with no laws for him to get away with what he's gotten away with thus far. So that's what's going on for him. Let me ask, will he appear before the January 6th committee? Will Trump appear before the January 6th committee? Will he appear before the January 6th committee? From the way the energies are now, will he appear between? No, I'm getting no. I'm getting he will not appear from, yeah, he will not appear in front of the January 6th committee. I'm getting no. It's not happening. Well, what's going to happen instead? Is the DOJ going to act before that might happen? That's not what it is. He's just going to say no. What do you mean by reconstituted? That makes me think of orange juice. Yeah, but I'm getting no. I'm getting he will not appear. And then I asked, will the DOJ get to him before like a subpoena date? Before an appearance date? Let me see. Thank you, Maura. Thumbs up, she's saying. Thumbs up. Will Trump be indicted by the DOJ by November? Will Trump be indicted by the DOJ by? I'm getting okay. He will be indicted by the DOJ. Will it be within 1 week? Will Trump be indicted by the DOJ within 2 weeks? Within 3 weeks? That doesn't see. Oh yeah, Tish James has put a, yeah, I'm getting 3 weeks. So 3 weeks would be one. See, that doesn't make sense to me because it's right before the elections. Will the DOJ indict Trump in 1 week? 2 weeks? It's consistently saying 3 weeks. Now 3 weeks. Pendulum's tricky on time. 3 weeks would be before the, let's see. 1, 2, 3. If it was exactly 3 weeks, it would be the Friday before Election Day. Let's find out more about that. So I just grabbed my other cards. Who tried to open up a company in New England? Trump? Really? Is that what you're talking about? Sometimes I lose track of the chat. Often I lose track of the chat. I can actually see with these glasses that I thought they wouldn't work for me. So I think I'll use these. I have to clean them. So I'm just a little confused because the pendulum is saying he'll be indicted in 3 weeks. And 3 weeks takes us to before Election Day, because it will be like November 4th and no election day. Oh, the Trump 2? Hang on, I know I'm all over the place. Election Day is the 8th. So, you read the first sentence, rolled your eyes, and came back here. What was the first sentence? I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Sorry about that. Unless, like, if you're watching on replay, this will drive you crazy. So what happened was, anyway, let me recap. I asked the pendulum if Trump will be indicted by the DOJ, how long it will take. And it said 3 weeks. And then I calculated 3 weeks takes us to November 4th, which is before the midterms. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And then somebody said that, I know that he gets right to work. He gets right to work with the next crime, because as soon as Letitia James said she's pretty much, frozen all his money, they went ahead and Trump formed another company where he could basically sequester all his money into a new company. So somebody's saying it was Trump 2, right? So use the same name, stupid. He tried to set up a new company in Delaware, but somebody else said it was New Hampshire or New England. So, it's so much news to be keeping up with. Is Trump Org 2 going to be shut down? I'm asking the cards. What's going to happen with Trump Org 2? Because she got right on it. Letitia James got right on it. Oh, heartbreak. He thinks that he can get away with everything. Page of Pentacles. I feel like this is Don Jr. getting in trouble. I feel like he told his kids to set it up. Did you ever notice? I'm sure you noticed. Yeah, I see that she will stop him. This is her stopping him. This is him trying to, be the emperor that really has no clothes. Well, he has a diaper. I'm sorry. I'm not a mean person, but I despise the ground he walks on. Like a lot of us do. So, the Three of Swords is disappointment. That's the disappointment card. Right? Yeah, he's got to go down one way. There's no human being can just stay standing under all this pressure. And 3 rallies ago, I asked the pendulum, how many more rallies will there be? And I got 3. So that was before. So there were 2 last weekend, and there was 1 prior to that. So that adds up to 3. So I think that those are over. I think that, there's a little string hanging out. I think that those are over. And as far as him having a new company, I really don't know how he withstands the pressure. As far as him having a new company, is that going to be shut down? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a strong yes. That Trump Org 2 will be shut down. Is anybody watching the debate? I shouldn't tell you to go watch it, you'll leave. He is delusional. Yeah, well, he's not well. Yeah, I know that we're all just waiting for the hammer to fall, and we've been waiting for years now. Literally years. But it will. But it will. I just asked that. Vincent, try to keep up. I'm just kidding. I know there's a delay. It will be shut down. It will be shut down. So yeah, a few videos ago, I saw there'd be about 3 more rallies, and he could stroke out. Is he going to stroke out? This past weekend would have been. This past weekend, during one of his rallies, he actually was bragging about the crowd size on January 6th, which I had to compose myself and not punch something, because will Trump Org be shut down? Yeah, it'll be shut down. It will be shut down. Is he? Yeah, yes. The answer is yes. Yes. Will his assets be frozen? Yes. Thank you, Sunny Vibes. I didn't watch my channeling video except for maybe a few minutes. I remembered some key points, but I don't remember a lot of it. I'll go back and watch it. There was some really good, inspiring information that I channeled from people who helped to save our democracy and, get voting rights and that kind of thing. It's definitely going to be shut down. Trump Organization 2 will definitely be shut down. Letitia James is not fooling around. I mean, these people, Trump is so stupid. He's just so stupid. Oh, part of his letter to the committee was bragging about the crowd size? And I think that Merrick Garland is a brilliant genius that's taking a long time. I'd love to know what his blood pressure is too. I'd love to know what Trump's blood pressure is. My sense is that it's way up there. I know Merrick Garland has taken his time, but this is not easy for him. To just let Trump go on and on and on, and it's not easy for him. Let's take a look at how Merrick Garland is doing. In terms of how he's feeling about what's happening here. Merrick Garland is very calculating. He's not going to do something until it's the perfect right time. What do we want to take bets on, Marissa? This is Merrick Garland this is really painful. Just like is that his actual blood pressure, 200 over 115? Are you just making that up? Is that true? Anyway, this is Merrick Garland. I have low blood pressure. Do you guys have high blood pressure or low blood pressure? Yeah, I know. Well, when somebody's that evil, they have sort of a pact with the devil, and that keeps them going. That's what's going on with Putin. That's my theory. Oh, Shockwave, you're putting us in a whole new direction with the NFL question. We'll get to that. Merrick Garland is heartbroken over what this man has done to this country. And I've gotten this, and it's just, we're all heartbroken. This is the heartbreak that Merrick Garland's going through about this country, and it's many, 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 many millions upon millions of people that feel that way, us included. The Empress is the card for the United States. We're gonna win. We're gonna win over Trump. He had his chance to win, but he lost. And he lost, and he lost, and he lost. Can you imagine being that unable to lose? But Merrick Garland, he has it going on. It looks like Merrick Garland's waiting for one or two more things, pivotal things have to happen first. So I don't know why the pendulum was saying, the pendulum's not always right, or it's kind of answering a different question. I don't know why it's saying that it's going to be before the election day, because it feels like, didn't they say they have to wait until after the election day? Yeah, pissed, but also sad when you look at what's happened to our country, right? It is heartbreaking. Like when you think about people that died, and it's heartbreaking. Is he waiting for after the midterms? Not necessarily. I don't think the midterms have anything to do with it. Well, we're all concerned about the image of the United States abroad. If Merrick Garland is concerned about our image abroad, then all the more reason that he needs to indict him. And he won't let him get away with this, but when he shoots the arrow, metaphorically, he's got to hit the target. And he's got to hit it a bullseye. Straight on. Let's pull some cards about that. He has to hit the bullseye straight on. Merrick Garland. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. No, I wasn't. I'm talking about the midterms. But you might be right about that, CM, because I'm getting that he will be indicted before the midterms, like in 3 weeks. So it might be that it's fine. Yeah, it might be. It might be fine. The pendulum could be 100% right on that. When you come for the king, you don't want to miss. Yeah, he has to be stopped now. It's looking really, really bad. So let's pick 3 more cards about that. What I'm looking at right now is the indictment from the DOJ. He's so dangerous. Oh my God. And the Secret Service is so dangerous. There are some Secret Service agents that are the enemy. Some of them. We're finding that out. Okay, so I'm looking for more information about the DOJ indictment. Wow, I'm getting this card again. Okay, so the High Priestess is saying they're keeping it a secret. I'm picking up on something to do with a search. Another search. The High Priestess. And this has to do with secrets, and this is Secret Service. Yes. The Secret Service needs to be turned inside out too. I never have seen Trump leaving the country. Where would he go? Where would he go and be safe? Trump has a new commercial? I don't know. I don't think that Saudi Arabia wants him. Oh yeah, Damon's saying his gut is telling him something else is rotten, and that is definitely true. So, no other country wants him. Here's the emperor that they're taking down. The Hierophant is our constitution. Our constitution wins. Democracy wins. And then we have to work really hard at rebuilding it. We really do. And part of that includes visualizing what you want to see happen. He corrupts absolutely everything he touches. That is absolutely true. And let's ask the guides, about the midterm. Does anyone have Herschel Walker and Warnock on? Well, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but, you know, the other countries aren't afraid of us anymore, and that's because of Trump. That's because of Trump, because they asked him for secrets, and he gave them to him. I know, it's really disconcerting. Who else should we look at? I don't feel like the Saudis want him. Okay, so there's so much news I drew a blank. Yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like it. Yes, well Warren, that's what I was just saying. When I asked my guides about it over 2 years ago, like what's the point of Trump? And it's like our democracy has so many holes in it. So many holes. It kind of makes you gulp, you know? Let's see. I don't know why, but I want to see how Mike Pence is doing. The January 6th meeting yesterday, all that video, you know, with Pelosi talking to Mike Pence when they were really in a crisis. And thank God for Pelosi. And thank God that Pence had, you know, his wits about him that day. So let's see how Pence is feeling. Okay, so Pence has delusions of grandeur that he's going to run for president, but I don't see that happening. We needed to wake up. That's definitely true. It's woken us up, hasn't it? Lisa, I answered that question like 4 times, so you might have just jumped on. Tish James is going to shut down his Trump 2 thingamajiggy. This is about Mike Pence. Mike Pence, no, you don't have to apologize. I'm saying maybe you just weren't here yet. I'm just saying, you know, you'll see if you watch it on replay. This is about Pence. Pence is delusional. Pence is not playing with the full deck, so to speak. He wrote a new book. I didn't know. Did I know about that? The 9 of Cups. Pence is gonna find that he'd rather not run for president. Pence's circumstances are going to change. I feel like some karma is going to come back and bite Mike Pence, and he's not going to entertain delusions of grandeur about becoming president. There's a change of events here for Mike Pence. God gosh, think about it. He wouldn't, that's a dangerous position for him to be in. Why would he want to run for president? With all the crazies out there. I feel like, and you know, a long time ago when Pence said he was going to run for president, he was entertaining the idea of running for president. I saw that Mike Pence's family they wouldn't have it, which makes sense. I mean, weren't some of them there on January 6th? A lot of the people that were, you know, part of certifying the election, a lot of our representatives had some family members come with them. Let's see, will Pence get an indictment for something? So what I'm saying is that I feel like Pence's family would really vote no on having him run for president. I don't see him running for president. Mother said no. That's what I think. And he has no support, and he has a lot of enemies that would, you know, because people are stupid and thinking the election was stolen. It's you know, everyone, I often say this, we have to stop and pause and thank our lucky stars. I need to cut this. Thank our lucky stars. Is that the name of his book, or are you just kidding? Is the name of his book is So Help Me God? He has a lot of enemies out there. Will Pence be indicted? I'm getting a no on that. Pence knew about, so Damon's saying Pence knew about all the January 6th. Is that what you mean? This hat, I'm pretty sure I got it on eBay. I got a package of hats. There were like 6 of them, and they have little lights, and they're really fun. And at the last minute, I went, I should wear my witch hat. Pence really has a new book out? When 45 is indicted, will they hold him or release on bail? I've always seen him. Thank you, Suzanne. I've always seen. Hang on. I've always seen Trump under house arrest. I've always seen Trump under house arrest. And I've always seen Trump in a wheelchair for some reason. He got a lot of pressure to not certify the votes. Yeah, he knew. Oh, yeah. He knew a lot. He knew a lot. And I think what happened with Pence was that when he knew in theory that there was something going on. I don't think Pence knew. You mean the Constitution? Somebody's asking if my guides see the Constitution rewritten. So Pence knew some. He knew some of what was going on, but like Kevin McCarthy, he didn't really know the whole story. They didn't really know how you know, like, sort of successful it was going to be, right? We will. When I channeled the other night, Nydia's asking me to ask if we'll rewrite the Constitution. I think it was Alexander Hamilton I was channeling, and he said that we have to kind of rewrite our Constitution, you know, to kind of update it. And that's happening. Well, Pence knew some. Some of these guys knew some. I've always seen Trump at the end in a wheelchair. In some kind of an institution. Oh, what was that movie with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock? Was it Practical Magic? Was that it? Has anyone seen the one with Bette Midler, Hocus Pocus? This little string is driving me crazy. You know? How if you just have something sticking out, it's like, fix that. It's a little better. Has anyone seen Hocus Pocus? I haven't seen it. I just wondered if anyone saw it and if it was any good. Trump can't wait to be the main topic again. Well, yeah, he can't live with. Was it a cute movie, Hocus Pocus? Trump feeds off of. I mean, energetically, he feeds off of attention. He's what you call a malignant narcissist. with other elements too. I do have to see Hocus Pocus. I don't know if it's on like Disney Plus or. Does anyone know where I can watch Hocus Pocus 2? What's our next question? Oh, is it on Disney Plus? I'll check it. I'll watch it tonight. That'd be fun. Okay, I'm looking for a question. I didn't write any questions down. And honestly, there are so many questions I can't think of one. All right, we'll go to, yeah, I have Disney Plus. We'll go to, will the Constitution be rewritten? You had the best Hocus Pocus party. Yeah, you should have called me to do readings. Will the Constitution be rewritten? Not by the Republicans. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about will the Constitution be revamped? I really do get that you know, we have to tighten it up. A stochastic collapse. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I see Trump in a wheelchair. I've seen that for a long time. Okay, so the star represents the United States. And I'm asking about the Constitution. Will we rewrite the Constitution? And I'm not talking about the Republicans. The Republicans want to rewrite the Constitution so that we have no rights. But we're starting to rewrite the Constitution. And look, this the Three of Pentacles is about building, rebuilding. So these cards are very, very much very accurate. And I see the Queen of Swords. We might have a female president in the future who advocates for tightening the Constitution, making our Constitution stronger, and having us have more rights. So that I do see changes to the Constitution. Now, what I want to ask, yeah, I know well, we've been talking about the Warnock-Walker debate is on now, and I was asking anyone if they had it on, like split screen, so they can tell us what's going on. We need to update it for the 21st century. That's what I got when I was channeling. I think it was Alexander Hamilton. And he said we have to rewrite it. Yes, and I was talking about Amy Klobuchar in my video that I did first before I came back. And there's a voting, what do they call it? The Electoral Reform Act or something. It's over now. That wasn't the Warnock-Walker debate's over. It wasn't very long. Karen, what I was referring to, I do Halloween parties, and so if you want to book me for a Halloween party, you can go to my website. Everybody, here's my commercial break. PsychicAnnetteDion.com if you want to book me for a Halloween party. Obviously it would be virtual. And you do readings. You set up a room and you have people go into the private room and get their private readings, like 15 minutes each. Yeah, we do need to get rid of the Electoral College, but they're taking the first steps towards that. All right, so is Trump going to be physically? Is he going to be physically disabled? Thank you, Lisa Sharp. You have to put in the .com, PsychicAnnetteDion.com, if you want to book anything. I'm moving up on the technological front. Okay. Let's see. I'm just curious how that debate went. Now I have the Devil card, the Judgment card, and the Five of Pentacles. So it looks like this is interesting. I'm asking about Trump's karma. I'm asking about Trump's health. And I have the Judgment card, which is karma. And the horned one, it's like all his evil's going to catch up with him physically. That's going to, and the guys just said that's what's going to happen to Putin too. And the Five of Pentacles, yeah, he'll be destitute. Trump will be destitute. It's just a matter of time. Trump will be destitute. I know, it's so loud. Sorry, it is loud. I noticed that on my videos. If anybody's kind of new here, I'm on Main Street where I live, and I have the window wide open. It was a warm day in Massachusetts. So it's the bar a couple doors down. They dump bottles all night. Oh, thank you, Blue Moon. So you see what I have here. This is Trump destitute. I really see that this is the horned one, all his evil. I mean, Trump indirectly made a lot of people die. Think about it. And the Judgment card is the karma that's coming back on him. Putin and Trump are definitely connected. That's the understatement of the day. This is all about Putin. Sissy, don't be leaning into your fear. And this is a horned one. This is a devil card in the traditional tarot. Thank you for the thumbs up. I wonder how long it's going to be. How long will it be before Trump's health starts to fail? Mind you, I know a lot of psychics are like, no, we can't wish that. We can't. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying, obviously his health is going to fail. You don't trash your body like that for 74 years and not have some repercussions. Remember he had that doctor, thank you. He had that doctor, should I just cut this? That was saying he was the best, he was the most healthy. He is the Antichrist, he works for Satan. That he was the most healthy. Okay, how long is it? Yeah, Ronnie Jackson it was, his doctor, who said he was a picture of health. He was the strongest, healthiest man he'd ever known. There's a lie, and then there's a lie that's like such a bad lie because no one will believe it. People are dead because of Donald Trump. Is he going to have health problems this month? Is he going to have health problems next month? It looks like Trump's going to start having health problems next month. Entertainment purposes only. Whenever somebody types that, I'm like, what did I say? His doctor is deceased? Is he? Yeah, he's going to have health problems in November. Is he going to have any more rallies? My pendulums never give me the right news about rally. Is he going to have another rally? I'm getting no on the rally, but I don't really trust that. Okay, I'm open for your questions. Type them in. Trump shows up at the Capitol to testify. They want to give him a tour of the House chambers. Putin's health. Okay, let's take a look. Too much turkey? Does Trump eat a lot of turkey? What happened there from... Oh, is that... Hi, Luann. I didn't recognize your handle. He will do a video statement of what? Okay, I'm all over the place. I need to focus. I don't have any questions written down. He only had 27 people at the last rally? Are you serious? Alright. Well, I did see a female president. Someone's Napa Valley girls asking if Kamala will be president. I did see a female president. He'll testify via video? Yeah, but nobody's seeing him testifying. Only 27 people showed up at his rally? Are you sure? Are you talking about a Trump rally? Let's look at Putin. Vlad. We used to call him our buddy Vlad, just jokingly, and then when he invaded Ukraine, we couldn't even say that jokingly anymore. There's something about the women that are going to take Putin down. There's something about the women, and I'm thinking that this is about the women who, the mothers. The vendor that does the rallies went bankrupt. I learned so much on this channel. Really? The women are so livid at losing their sons and husbands in Russia that the energy of the women is going to have an effect on. I already know that Republicans are going to cheat. The energy of the women in Russia is going to have an effect on taking Putin down. Meanwhile, back in the United States, I gave you the 411. Thank you. I gave you the 411 on the. I'm gonna just get a pair of scissors and cut this. On the election. There was a pro-Trump rally with no Trump in attendance, and there were 27 people. The midterms are going to be incredibly tense. I'm going away to pray for a few days. The midterms are going to be very intense. And I want everybody to be prepared. Come to my 20 on Tuesdays. We do meditation every Tuesday. I think you have to send me an email. I don't think that's on my website yet. Because we really do have to get together and pray. Sissy, are you in Ohio? So the Republicans are going to contest. If the ones that lose are going to contest it. Yeah, we know all that. We know the Republicans have been planning this takedown of our government for decades. We know that. I don't see them winning. All right, the Republicans and the midterms. I'm pulling 3 cards about that. Well, they do have something up their sleeve, but I really do, and I saw this the other night, I really do see that a lot of people that really love this country and care about this country and are really competent in terms of helping America to retain our democracy, and I'm talking about the legal system, they intervene, and the world, I kind of feel like there's some behind the scenes stuff going on that they're going to be caught doing. You know, the ones that are planning to cheat, because look at what happened on the, with this whole January 6th committee investigation. Yesterday, we found out, seriously, we found out what they planned in order to steal the elections. And there was a lot more than the violence being planned. There were the other schemes to steal the election that Trump had up his sleeve, but they didn't really work. They didn't pan out. So a lot of people in high positions of power have the down low about how the Republicans would go about trying to cheat. They have a lot of information about how they would try to cheat, what different ways they would try to cheat. And I feel like the high priestess is speaking to that they're behind the scenes and they're catching them in the act, the preliminary act of the preliminary things they're doing to cheat. And that's why I'm getting the celebration card and the world card, like things move in our favor. Mischief makers, yes. Oh, because that's what I'm picking up, and it's interesting. Jim Jordan is the Antichrist. I mean, there's a lot of them. January 6th planned and failed, and people are in jail, and that's really a blessing, you know, because I don't think that they'll do it again, and I do see plans to cheat in the elections being stopped. Preliminary plans. I don't even want to answer that question about Jim Jordan, and you know how I feel about predicting each individual race. Let's see how Nancy Pelosi's doing. What an incredible, personification of female power is Nancy Pelosi. It's really disturbing. It's really disturbing that they wanted to kill her. It's disturbing that they would want to kill any of them, but that they just have, they hated Nancy Pelosi to the point that they wanted to assassinate her. And all she is a public servant. That has to change. I'm going to check some cards to see if that's going to change. If all this hatred towards Pelosi and like Dr. Fauci, people that are really in it for the good of the public good, it's called. Is that going to change? And she was shaking in her boots. Warrior is right. It's like somebody on the battlefield, and I'm sure she had that going on in her past life. I have gotten that she was James Madison in the past life, and I think she had a past life as a general in the battlefield. And it's so disturbing that they were going to murder her. They were going to execute her, and they had something called a zombie hawk or something. They had this horrible weapon where all they had to do is gun it at the person or just swing it at the person in front of them that would just mutilate them. Yeah, these people wanted to assassinate these people. Nancy deserves a medal. Nancy definitely deserves a medal. So I'm reading cards about whether this is going to turn around. But I thought it was so good that we got to see that. And I love the synchronicities of, that she happened to be Speaker of the House. That Merrick Garland happened to not get on the Supreme Court, and how angry we were about that. But people have been in place through some divine order that needed to be the people in place so we could make it through. And Merrick Garland, not getting on the Supreme Court was a blessing in disguise. I forgot what I was reading about. Let's see. I have to redo because no. I know it was not a very specific question. The window is wide open. That's why you hear the beer bottles. I'm gonna go over there one of these days and you're gonna go. Do you know you can hear your recycling bin smashing and on my videos? I'm looking at whether the United States of America in general is going to get over this thing of bashing good public servants, strong warrior types that we need. Steve Scalise, are we going to get it? Yes, Scalise, he deserves to rot in hell. Okay, I can say that. People will recognize after some time. I'm getting the number 8, and and these things take time to sort of, doesn't mean we're not going to see changes for the better. These things take time to kind of unfold. So in 8 years' time, we're going to hear when the bottles break over there, can yell, "Yay! Everyone's having a good time." So there'll be a time, in 8 years' time, it's not going to feel the same in the United States. It's going to feel like people really get the value and they appreciate people in positions of power that are strong and that are working for the public good. The rhetoric definitely needs to be toned down. And I feel it changing. This is like they realize what they're, like there's a lot of biting off your nose to spite your face type stuff going on. Hey, you know what? We got to take what we can get, Melissa. That's the way that I look. That's the way. Can we just get some perspective here? When it comes to whether we were dead or alive, if they have, you know, some other thing going on with insider trading and making millions of dollars, I don't even care. She was there in a crisis. She was there in the most dire crisis that this country has ever seen. I don't understand. I don't understand that kind of thinking. Yes, but Melissa, my point is, I'm not picking on you. My point is, let's not disregard the monumental thing that she did. Monumental. She was the president that day. It was amazing. Anyway, this country will see better days. Right now we're in this we're in the Pluto return time. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. That's one way to put it. She had to take control. But the thing is, the point is, she was capable of taking control. Somebody on the news was saying, can you imagine if Kevin McCarthy was in that position that day? We'd be done. I know, but we're not talking about inside trading. We are not talking about that. I don't care if she I'm not going there. 45% to, yeah, well, Jill, what Jill's saying, I said that 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Sounds like 99 bottles of beer, doesn't it? Yeah, Jill, I did say that. The need for people to support each other during COVID. Well, what happened, and even, you know, it's really helpful. You guys are funny. It's really helpful to think about the things that could have happened that didn't. None of us are perfect, exactly. I go through that sometimes, you know, just something that I just want to say. I have a really low tolerance personally for when I'm just, you know, giving it all I got and giving it all I got and giving it all I got and really just doing the best job that I can and really just showing up and being there. I personally, if somebody nitpicks me for something, I have no patience for that. Kevin McCarthy would have been crying in the corner. He kind of was. No, I'm not saying that you're a troll, Melissa. I'm just saying, you know, we don't have to fight. We don't have to fight. Well, yeah. Donald Trump incited a war on the United States of America that he swore an oath to defend and protect. You can have an opinion, and you can have an opinion. I was just telling you my opinion. When I have just worked my butt off to just, you know, do what I can, and then somebody nitpicks from some stupid little thing. Next question. Next question. Yeah, I was just making a point. I mean, I really think that in our society, we tend to really. This is why it bothers me. Hey, Maria. This is why it bothers me. In our society, we have this sort of habit of pointing to something and about somebody else that's bad when they're doing something good. Well, the poo-poo comment was actually, they really were poo-pooing on the Capitol, which is a sign of the demonic, just so you know. This dark and light thing is real. Okay. I'm not mad, I'm just making a point. Yeah, I'm not mad, I'm just making a point. I'm just, you know, just so you know, I mean, it was a little bit earlier, I was doing everything that I could to make things work, and somebody got real snippy with me, like, you need to do this, and I'm like, I'm done with you. I almost didn't come back on. I have Scorpio rising, forget about it. Okay, I'm picking 3 cards. I feel like I'm answering too few questions. Throw me a question. I know. You're eating cake? What kind of cake? That sounds good. I had some baklava earlier. Thank you, Jay. I'm really fortunate. I live in a place where we don't really have franchises here, and so there's this place. These people are Lebanese. They make delicious Lebanese food, Middle Eastern food, and I couldn't help it. I had to get some baklava. So good, so good. Well, it's okay to disagree with my opinion. Just know, Wildflower Wind, it's okay to disagree with my opinion. It's just that there are certain things that will break me. Not too many. Yeah, thank you for liking the video. You know what? I think I have a pumpkin peep in the other room. I still have those pumpkin peeps. Next week I'm going to be coming in from a different location. You'll see. I'm picking 3 cards, I guess it's just general about the vibe tonight. This working together thing, don't worry about Biden's health. There's no need to worry about Biden's health. This is what I'm saying for the energy for us as a country right now. The Hierophant is, we really do, like the rune card said in my first video before I had to reboot. You'd love to fight with me? I'm half Sicilian. It's like, and I have some Irish in me too, and so, yeah, we could fight. Debate, not fight. We don't do enough discussing. So this is if we all kind of get real about what our morals and scruples are, this will be a better country. The 6 of Pentacles. If we really want to, if we all put our minds to it, we can really feel like we are together, we are bonded, we are moving on the up, 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 up. Pumpkin spice cheesecake, I used to love that. So with these cards, I wasn't asking a specific question, just about the general energy of the collective in the United States. And I feel like when we get really strong in our beliefs for the good, and we kind of join forces with others, like there's a lot of, there are a lot of groups, a lot of organizations, and I have Grassroots of Democracy too, that are working really hard to fight the good fight. Country First, Adam Kinzinger has. Now is the time to jump on board. Yeah, I really do have faith in the American people. That's what this is about. Poor Melissa. You don't take any, stuff from people. I like that. Yeah, the cards look like we're protected. Those are nice cards. All right. How does Obama feel about what Trump did and also the January 6th committee? I think Obama's kind of freaked out about all the death threats. I can't wait till life is boring again too, but I don't know if life is ever going to be boring again. All we can do is reminisce about the good old days. Remember typing class? Not really. But I must learn something because I'm a really fast typist. Yes, that's basically what I was just saying in those cards. The light will overcome the darkness. I have faith in the American people. Yeah, and I got that about Michelle Obama's freaked out about the death threats, which is why Obama's not out there more. Yeah, really bad racism. Will churches ever begin to pay taxes? I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Your typing's teacher said she'd pass you if you promised never to take typing again. Give me a question. I'm open for questions. Well, I have one. How did Herschel Walker do in the debate tonight? Let's see. Let's take a look at that. Somebody already asked, will Trump flee? Lisa, read this. Read the thing. You had to type blindfolded? I could do that. Could you do it? Typing blindfolded is easy. I'm asking, I thought Obama did campaign for Hillary. He did some. What color shoes am I wearing? I'm wearing boots. Why are you asking? I'm looking at how the Herschel Walker and Warnock debate went. I love Raphael Warnock. I thought it was over. Herschel is embarrassing. Okay, this is Herschel Walker. I mean, I'm getting the sense that Herschel. This is the card. This is almost the card of almost like being totally stoned. This is about the debate tonight between Walker and Warnock. So, the bull story that Herschel Walker told was awful. Oh, well, hang on. Did I miss it, Damon? Oh, what color shoes am I wearing? A little slow in the uptake. I thought the debate would be longer. So this is where Herschel Walker was at. This is the card in the tarot that is, it's kind of like being out of it. Being like, oh, I'm just out of it. Being delusional. And this is Raphael Warnock just kind of observing. There was a clear winner. There was a clear winner. In that debate, there was a clear winner. There was a clear winner in that debate. And I know who won. Lisa Sharp, you're awesome. Do I see violence? A little bit. Sissy, I just want to tell you that you want to accentuate the positive thinking. Will the George Mussolini go to his daughter's wedding and do what? And use that to flee? What do you mean to use it to flee? Where is he getting? I thought she was getting married at Mar-a-Lago. Nehru, do you know something I don't know? I think I just read on Putin's health. Kind of. Yeah, Herschel has brain damage. Herschel has had many concussions, but I kind of have a sense that he wasn't very smart to begin with. I have no idea why he's running for senator. I have no idea. Yeah, I agree with Linda. Yeah, I thought that, is it Tiffany's getting married? Tiffany Trump is getting married and it's supposed to be at Mar-a-Lago? Somebody had me read about that a while back. Yeah, but I thought, no, it's in Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. And then I read about that in the past and I got that it was not going to happen or something. Is Tiffany's wedding going to happen at Mar-a-Lago? I'm getting a no on that. Maybe she's going to change her mind. She might change her mind on whether she wants to get married at Mar-a-Lago. I wouldn't if I were her. I'm going to pull 3 cards about how we're doing so far. Her bridesmaid be wearing orange? I'm not sure. No, I don't think it would be too late if she wanted to change the venue. I'm sure she has a little bit of money. I'm just going to look at the Republicans in general. I'm going to pick 3 cards about the Republicans in general. Yeah, that's what I was saying to, I think it was Sissy. Negative thinking feeds a negative outcome. That's a good way to put it. Negative thinking feeds a negative outcome. It feeds into a negative outcome. Positive thinking feeds a positive outcome. I like the way you put that. Herschel would order a hamburger and fries at a 5-star restaurant. So would Trump. I think that's all Trump ever ate. Is known to eat. So I'm asking about the Republicans and in the midterms, and I got the Tower card. The Republicans are going to experience an upset in the midterms. And this is lamenting energy. This is a struggle for the Republicans in the midterms, and this is the Democrats. I don't understand that wildflower wind. I have been getting about the midterms that the Democrats are gonna win by the skin of their teeth. That's what I've been getting that. We'll keep the majority, but it'll be by the skin of our teeth. You're funny, the last bit of the live, I'm still here. I don't know how long I'll be here, but yeah. Tiffany didn't want her wedding at Mar-a-Lago. I've been getting that the Democrats will retain the majority, but it's going to be kind of like how it is now. So I got to tell you who to really support. Let me see. My friend Rena's telling me that something went wrong with her Disney Plus. Oh, are you there? I think she's watching. A win is a win. Yeah, the Democrats will stay in the majority. I'm just looking for who you all need to support. And you have to join Grassroots of Democracy, which I think you can do on my website now. Let's see. I have listed who we need to support. I can't see. Anyway, that's a good question. Is it going to be the House and the Senate? It's going to be by, the skin of our teeth. The Republicans will start making changes when they start losing. Oh, well, that's a good question. Charles Booker I'm just going to do this one. Will Charles Booker win for Kentucky? I'm getting a yes on that. Will Nancy Pelosi remain Speaker of the House? I'm getting a yes on that. I mean, after what we saw in those videos, I do think that Pelosi will remain Speaker of the House. I think people are going to be scared. I think people are getting scared with these hearings. She was the general. I mean, a lot of this January 6th, rehashing all this stuff is really traumatizing. It's scary. What will the whiny GOP do when they lose? Well, I've already told everyone that they're going to contest it. Are they going to contest it? A lot of Republicans will contest it. You know who I don't usually ask who's going to win specific races, but I do want to see, is Carrie Lake ahead? It's saying no. Huh. Does anyone know how Carrie Lake is doing in Arizona? Is Carrie Lake ahead in Arizona? Is she ahead? I don't know if anybody saw this, but I saw in Midas Touch that, and I mentioned this to the Grassroots of Democracy group, I think it was there, that Carrie Lake, before the rally in Arizona, she put out this little patch of a red carpet for Trump to enter in on, and she was vacuuming it. She kept on vacuuming it for Trump. This is Carrie Lake. She was vacuuming. She wants to be governor. She was vacuuming a little piece of fabric that was like a red carpet for Trump. And that's leadership material. She lies and lies and lies like a rug. Unbelievable. Hobbs needs to be out there more. Yeah, it was on Midas Touch. Check those guys out. They're pretty cool. Support Midas Touch. They have a way that you can pay them on Patreon too. Is Carrie Lake going to win in Arizona? I'm not getting a yes on that. Sissy, you have to stop being so scared. What's up? What are you so scared of? You have to think fun thoughts. Get a witch hat with lights. Hobbs has had a lot of threats. Will the threats calm down? Will the death threats calm down? I get the death threats are going to calm down. Let's take a look at that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Oh, Nero's going to Spain. You won't be here for the GOP drama, but if you want to find it, I'm sure you can. Let's see. Let's see if the death threats are going to stop. Think Carrie not a winner? What do you mean? Carrie? I'm confused. Thank you, Kat. The polls have her ahead. I'm not trusting that poll. Well, yeah, Trump and Putin are both, they're like two peas in a pod. They really have the same affliction. I'm not getting that Carrie Lake will win. I really think that these meetings, these January 6 meetings, and the hearings are going to have a big impact. Has anybody happened to catch Fox? Because I'm just wondering what Fox is saying about the hearings and the meeting yesterday. I don't trust polls. Let's ask the pendulum. Let's ask this pendulum. Are the polls accurate? The polls aren't accurate. We can't really go by the polls. I don't even think they should do polls. Really. I'm going to take a look at... She's a Looney Tune. Oh, Ron Johnson. Have you seen him? Did you see the audience? Pendulum's more accurate than the polls, probably. Did you see the audience? Did you see them laughing at Ron Johnson? Saying the FBI was, I don't know, out to get him or something? Let me see. I'm just taking a look at Carrie Lake. This is Carrie Lake's reading. I don't know who they're asking. I always wonder that. I've never gotten a poll question either. So who are they? I don't know anybody that gets poll questions. Has anybody here gotten a poll question? Yeah, but it doesn't mean that Gretchen's... I mean, it doesn't mean that... I'm not saying they're all wrong. I'm just saying they're not very accurate. You can't count on them 100%. Okay, so hang on. Deborah. We're just trying to get Sissy to be more positive. This is Carrie Lake. Justice, she's got a turn of events. Carrie Lake has done something illegal. Carrie Lake has done something very illegal. Does anybody know about that? That's what I'm getting. And it's because I'm getting the justice card, and she's like, oh no, they found out. Does anybody know anything about that? We love you, Sissy. We just want you to be happy and positive to the best of your ability. It's not always easy. Carrie Lake. You get asked to do polls. I don't know. I really don't know. The average person that I know does not get polled. So Carrie Lake, according to this reading, has done something very, very, very illegal, and the justice system... I wonder if it was that she cheated in the election that got her the primaries. I was kind of wondering about that. Did Carrie Lake cheat in the election to win? It looks like she did. Miss election fraud. You know what I mean? It's just classic projection. Sissy's saying no. What are you saying no to? Sissy's saying no to something. Well, you know what? Honestly, if people don't have integrity, if they don't have their own personal constitution, it's really important to have your own personal constitution. Because it's just a way to be strong in the world, you know, and if you lie and you cheat and you steal, it's gonna come back in bad ways. So all these awful people, you know, don't like, do you really think Donald Trump is happy? Do you really think that Mitch McConnell is a happy man? Oh, I guess you have to have a landline to get poll calls. Well, that rules out about 80% of the American population, I think. These people aren't happy. Carrie Lake isn't happy. Carrie Lake is a mess. She's very hyper. Anyway. Let's look at Ron Johnson. I don't know how someone can enjoy their lives if they're always cheating and lying and, you know, hiding and, you know. Oh, they're sending love to Sissy. Good thing you're here, Sissy. You're getting love. You don't even know where and how to get a landline? Do they still give you phone books with landlines? I know. See, I always say about these Republicans and these terrible people that are committing all these crimes, they don't know what karma means. I'm pulling cards for Ron Johnson. This is Ron Johnson. He's hanging on to what he has very tightly. Ron Johnson is feeling very insecure right now. I actually think Ron Johnson is not very smart. You think? I think Ron Johnson is not very smart, and I heard that Ron Johnson is the richest politician in Washington. And he's delusional. Ron Johnson actually thinks that he can't lose. So he looks like Mandela Barnes, like, I'm not going to lose anyway. He's really just an arrogant ass. And the Wheel of Fortune means there's a change of fortune for him. So, what did you say? No phone books? You think that went away with COVID? That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so Ron Johnson, this is Ron Johnson thinking, I can't lose, I'm not going to lose. And he's delusional. Our phone book Yellow Page is still, I don't think I've seen a phone book since 1990. The entity that makes up the universal laws wants to get rid of karma? I don't know what you mean. So Carrie Lake is going to be caught doing something illegal. You know who we haven't heard? I haven't heard anything, and maybe this is just too much news. Has anybody heard anything about Ron DeSantis lately? It disturbs me that Florida is out of the news. I can't wait to see the Warnock and Walker debate on replay. Has anybody... Florida is out of the news, people. It was just like the last week in September that Hurricane Ian hit, and I haven't seen anything. What is up with that? We need to read on that. I know there's been a lot of other news, but it's almost like the hurricane disaster in Florida is in blackout. You guys with me? You know what I mean? You don't think that thing that used to be in the White House is happy? No. The thing that used to be in the White House. Let's talk about Florida. What is DeSantis saying about the Parkland shooter? Those poor families. His boots have kept him walking, DeSantis. There's something up with that. I don't understand why we're not hearing anything about Florida. It's like blacked out of the news. That's why the psychics are here. We have to find out what's going on. I'm getting that DeSantis is stopping the news from getting out. this is what I get. DeSantis doesn't want people to know about all the deaths. He knows it's going to come back to haunt him. I actually think that DeSantis... You guys are so funny. You're still talking about your landlines. DeSantis doesn't want people to know how many people died in Florida. And, and he did that with COVID, too. So that's not, that's not a stretch. I feel like DeSantis is keeping Florida out of the news somehow. And boy, does he have a big burden. Now, DeSantis is covering it up. I cannot believe that we haven't heard anything more about Florida. It's like it dropped out of the news. And they're doing well at the restaurant. Lots of beer bottles. He covered up the COVID deaths. So for me to see that he's covering up the hurricane deaths and the destruction, and that people weren't evacuated that should have been evacuated. Mitch, what's wrong? Smile. Mitch is saying that is it a he? He's mourning himself and his age. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah, this is bad. Is DeSantis keeping the media away from Florida? Is DeSantis having a hand in keeping the media away from Florida? DeSantis has a hand in keeping the media away from Florida. Must have took a page out of Abbott's book. Must have taken a page also out of Donald J. Trump's book. Right? Must have. Oh my gosh. I'm worried about Mitch Rowe, who says he's mourning himself, and I'm saying he because it says Mitch, and my age. It's just a number. He doesn't let people report anything. So I wonder if Ron DeSantis is not letting the media into Florida. Kelly Mack says, when you own the information, you can bend it all you want. That's why we're waiting on the world to change. Waiting on the world to change. Who sang that? Who sang that song? Oh, what's his face? John Mayer. I used to love John Mayer. Well, I'm a singer-songwriter, so... I think, how can he stop the reporting? I'm just going to take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at that. How could he stop the media from reporting? Ron DeSantis has stopped a lot of things with his evil ways. That's for sure. Because Ron DeSantis doesn't want the American people to see the destruction and how much needs to be cleaned up. And he's kind of, I feel like people are kind of catching on to him, and they're weighing out what they're going to do with DeSantis. We'll get the news. We'll get the news. Yeah, and I got that Disney was going to help Florida, like to the tune of like $3 or $4 billion. So Florida's now North Korea and Russia? What do you mean? I don't understand. DeSantis got butt hurt when Biden was down there. Yeah, he didn't like that. DeSantis is, yeah, I feel like DeSantis is covering up the media. This is just weird. You have some people who show you Florida? What do you mean? You need investigative reporters, Maria's saying. I absolutely agree. We need investigative reporters in Florida. I don't understand. I mean, they need help, and I heard that Ron DeSantis was saying, just send money, don't send anything else. And I heard reporters on the ground there saying they need everything. Yeah, I know the New York Times said he's taking advantage of the crisis, but that's what he was accusing Biden of doing, which Biden wasn't doing. I think we have learned how to identify narcissism. Yeah, they're made from the same fabric. Don't send money to DeSantis. Send money to the Red Cross or rescue organizations, or whatever you can find that feels legit. Really. But what they do is, and I know we know this, but it bears repeating. What they're doing, they'll point to somebody else and say, you're doing that. Which is so annoying. And somebody with like not a strong sense of self can really get damaged by that. Yeah, we really did have, Trump taught us a lot about malignant narcissism. The debate just ended? I thought it ended a long time ago. It's called projection. I think more people need to understand that. Because people get manipulated around all the time, and if you can't stand your ground, if you don't have a strong sense of self, you might be more susceptible to that. So don't let people push you around, okay? The stores have no food. Is anybody out there in Florida? I mean, when it's on the news, they get a lot more help, that's for sure. He's blaming migrants as looters, and people are threatening shooting looters. Yeah, I'm picking 3 more cards about that. I'm not liking what I see around Florida. I said about a year and a half ago, I kept telling people to avoid Florida. Yeah, I think the debate between Warnock and Walker is over. World Central Kitchen, support them. So on the narcissism, the thing is, if somebody's doesn't have a strong sense of self, and they want to, unfortunately, a lot of really nice people can get their lives totally messed up by a narcissist, because a narcissist will just sort of prey on somebody who's just a sweet, nice person. It's a very painful thing to watch. Don't let that happen to you. This is about Satan. It looks like there'll be help coming. It looks like he's not going to be able to cover this up for much longer. It doesn't look like Satan will be able to cover this up for much longer. This is indicating some kind of a legal arrangement to help the people. I feel like Satan is going to get in trouble. Is he going to get in trouble with the law? Yeah. Satan is going to get in trouble with the law. And Joe Biden was just being Joe Biden, and that's what they hate. Yeah, sorry about that, Maria. That was despicable. I was ashamed for our country when Trump went to Puerto Rico and threw paper towels. It was so, I don't know. That man has left me devoid of words to describe how horrible a person can be. Yeah, well, gaslighting and projecting. Well, see, what I was describing was projecting. Gaslighting is when somebody says, if you've ever watched the movie Gaslight from the 1940s, that's where the term came from, if you didn't know that. And you'll understand. It's a really good movie, black and white. What's her face? I'm in my psychic brain, I can't remember. Ingrid Bergman? Alright. Lori was hit by Ian? You mean, Gaslight about Margaret Mitchell in the 70s. Oh, well, Gaslight, the original movie was in the 40s. It was Ingrid Bergman. I don't remember the other actor's name. The male actor who was the gaslighter. Narcissism is not curable. Are you joking, Cheryl? Because I'm always like, I am not interested in the economy, inflation of the stock market. Good night. Angela Lansbury just passed. We're going to take a peek at Christine's in Florida. We're going to take a peek at Texas. It's too soon to tune into Angela Lansbury. Yeah, too soon. Oh, she was in Gaslight? Oh, that's right, she was. In the black and white one. She was a good actress. Greg Abbott. I'm just gonna look at the race between Beto and Abbott. Can you please hit the thumbs up? Everybody just hit the thumbs up right now. I hear that it helps me. I don't know how, but I heard that it helps me. Governor Abbott, who has no business being called governor. Oh yeah, well see, I get the 3 of Wands with him too. This is like picking up, what this is about Abbott. Picking up the pieces of all the damage he's created. It gets exhausting. The guys are telling me it's exhausting for Abbott to have to keep picking up after himself. And Beto's looking pretty good right now. Beto's looking pretty good. I heard, thank you for the thumbs up suggestion. Beto is looking pretty like a stand-up guy in the face of Abbott. So let's see. Let's just ask. I don't like to do this, but let's just ask. Beto, Beto. Charles Boyer and Ingrid Bergman. Thank you. Somebody's got the old movie of trivia going on. Aw, she met Angela Lansbury. Yeah, Beto's really putting the time in. Is Beto going to win? I get that Beto's going to win. Is anybody else getting that? Will Kemp be kicked to the curb? That's a good question. Will Kemp be kicked to the curb? The pendulum's saying yes. Non-stop like Alexander Hamilton. Oh, yeah, Beto. Well, I wonder if Beto was Alexander Hamilton. Was Beto Alexander Hamilton? No, he wasn't. Is Beto It's an interesting question. Is Beto channeling Alexander Hamilton? No, he's channeling someone though. Oh, okay, Linda G says Beto wins. Good. Oh, Ian Richards is guiding Beto. I can see that. Past governor. Past governor. Ann Richards from the other side. Is she helping Beto? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Marcus Flowers. How is he going to win against Marjorie Taylor Greene? It looks like yes. It's going to, at first it's going to seem like no. But yeah, then I get a strong Marcus Flowers. Yeah, I bet Ann Richards had it was a tough sell, I'm sure. Thank you for blessing Christine. She's thanking you all. Thank you for your thumbs up. I keep saying I think it helps me. I'm not really sure how, but that's what people tell me. Oh, Lin-Manuel Miranda's going to be at a Beto rally? That's really good. When is it? That will really be good. Do you know when it is? A Tuesday? Is that going to help? Is that going to help Beto? Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. Yeah, that's really going to help. And the some of the cast members of Hamilton, they have like a letter writing, get out the vote, letter writing campaigns, and it's called Vote Forward. And so it's called Vote Forward, and the cast, some of the cast members of Hamilton, you know, like if you joined in the Zoom meeting and you were working with them, they would talk to you about Hamilton, and you know, one of them played a song from Hamilton. So yeah, and you know what? I think that it bears repeating that when we're really being positive, I already got a yes, sissy. On Beto, on Ann Richards helping Beto. You're definitely supposed to be here. Well, hopefully we're all supposed to be here. It bears repeating that our thoughts, our positive thoughts make a difference. So when you get like frustrated and upset, maybe read some metaphysical literature on metaphysics, on the nature of energy and how it works, and how positive thoughts go to positive outcome. Negative thoughts contribute to negative outcomes. And collectively, when we all do that together, I mean, I've told you all here, before January 6th, I went away and prayed because we all knew something was going to happen. We just all knew. You didn't have to be a psychic. Willie Nelson did do a Beto rally too. When's Beto having another rally? Tuesday, I think someone said. Great. I have a sense that Beto's really looking forward to that. Yeah, Lin-Manuel, October 18th. I'll be away, but I'll be watching it, and I'll still be doing videos from where I am. Sissy, that's amazing, because I totally forgot that I channeled Dan Richards. It's tomorrow? Somebody said it's the 18th. Look up the date. Somebody's saying it's the 18th, and somebody's saying it's tomorrow. Lisa, you're the best. You're a good marketing. You need a job as my marketer. Let's see. All right, let's do 2 more questions. I just noticed I've been on for a while, so I probably should wrap it up soon. Tuesday, October 18th. Okay. He has rallies almost every day. Yeah, that's great. Oh, you don't have to live closer. We're in a virtual world. You can work from wherever you are. You have my email address. Okay, so what should we do for a wrap-up? Let's see if January 6th committee is going to have more. You know, the other thing that I want to say is get into helping our democracy. Get into it. Enjoy it. Listen to Hamilton. That'll inspire you. What? Will the Fox plan to expise Biden by that voicemail? I have no idea what you mean. No idea. That's out of left field. It's out of left field. I have no idea what you mean. Yeah, I forgot I channeled her. So stay positive, because it really does work. He's in Richmond, Texas tomorrow afternoon. Follow Beto. I'm not asking anything really. Okay, the January 6th committee. Are they going to have another hearing? Is the January 6th committee... I already answered the question about Beto. They released a... Yeah, Fox is grasping at straws. I'm telling you, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. That's what these horrible people do. They scrape the bottom of the barrel, and just when you think the barrel bottom couldn't get lower, it gets lower. Donate to everybody that you can. It doesn't matter if it's just $5. We answered that about the subpoena. Will Trump testify? No, see, we answered that about the subpoena already. I know it's been a long video, so you probably missed it. Yes, I'll do a community card. How many more January 6th committee hearings will there be? I'll check out that voicemail. 1, 2. I see 2 more hearings. Will Trump go to jail? Will Trump go to jail? I'm saying yes. That's the first time I got a yes on that. And it's kind of a strong yes. Yeah, that's the first time I've gotten a yes on that, and it's kind of a strong one. What to expect in the coming days? Well, let's see. That's a good way to wrap. Yeah, the thing about thinking positive thoughts is you have to be consistent. I mean, it works, but be consistent. Don't lose faith. Oh yeah, we don't watch Fox. Thank you for being here. Okay, they will uncover espionage for sure. Well, I just got a yes that he'd go to jail, which is the first time I ever got that. Because in the past I just saw him under house arrest. Damon says there's no getting around that. Yes, it does change. It does change. See, the thing about even getting a reading is it's good to get a reading because if something's going in a direction that you don't like, you have the power to change it. You're welcome. He just agreed to talk to the committee? He did? I'm lost. Okay. Let's pick 3 community cards. Lisa, you're the bomb. Okay. Thank you, Carol. So you guys are great because, you know, like, it inspires me to come on. This coming week, we're going to hear a lot of tough news. Milu has been saying, Milu has never wavered. Milu the psychic, he's on every day, every weekday at noon. Yeah, he keeps on saying he sees Trump in jail. We're gonna see justice. We're gonna see a lot of fallout from the Republicans, but we're gonna see the karma coming back around to bite them. Well, let me tell you about Trump. Like, I saw house arrest for the longest time, but now I'm seeing jail. Ginny Thomas is, I've read on her before, it's bizarre. Yeah, interesting. So this week we're going to find out, we're going to get news about, I think we're going to get news from the DOJ this week. And then I have the Queen of Wands. I keep seeing Letitia James. And we're going to see news of justice coming. The Emperor has no clothes. Honestly. So we had some good news because the Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas, did not side with Trump. He knew better. He knew better. He's already in trouble. Because Clarence Thomas, if you ask me, knew exactly what Ginny was up to. Well, I think that's going to be a wrap for me. Yes, Sissy, you just made my night. Because Sissy said she's going to promise to be positive. And it's all good. It's all good. Don't be too hard on yourselves, okay? Get your champagne chilling. And remember, Joe Biden won the election. And all the people that voted for Joe Biden and voted for democracy, you know, we're still here. Unless we've passed away or left the country. Barbara, no worries. You can just, you know, after I finish it, just post pretty much right away. Thank you. I had a blast. What do I have coming up? If you want to join in on our meditation, send me an email, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Put 20 in the subject line and you'll get... Warren, you're funny. You'll get a Zoom invite. And my website is Psychic Annette Dion at... it's psychicannetteDion.com. Thank you. I almost forgot. Love you all. I have a class tomorrow. I think I could fit you in if you wanted to take it. I'm doing a magical Saturday series for October, and tomorrow you can sign up on my website. And I had a lot of fun too. It's always fun. And the class tomorrow is honing your magical psychic skills. So if you want to sign up for that, it's $50. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, sign up on my website. It's at 2 Eastern Time. Let me know, I have a few spots left. All right. You guys are very special. Pat yourselves on the back for being awesome. All right. See ya. It'll post. It'll post in a few minutes. I'll post it now. The video. Namaste.